So Stacy, let's inspire the crowd and just share with them a little bit about who you are first.
Okay. Well, my name is Stacy McDougall. I am a personal trainer and lifestyle coach here in Victoria, British Columbia. I've been doing it for over 20 years and absolutely love what I do. I've always loved what I've done. And I've never, ever questioned the passion of this job. It's just been my favorite thing. But, it was funny because a friend of mine did thinking into results and was telling me about you even in the summer. And at first I was skeptical because I am a strategy girl and I like to understand exactly where my money's going to go.
Yeah.
Right. I don't like to spend money until I know I'm going to get return. So I've always had that strategy and that goal setting in place. But then I started to see my girlfriend's life start to change. And I started to see how she was implementing your tools and what you were doing. So of course I had to do it too.
Love it.
But I don't know if you remember, Eva, but I was really hesitant about joining. Like it took a bit. Yeah, it took a bit. And the reason being is because I did not know how I was going to earn that money back.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you said one thing to me. You said, well, what is the thing that you have wanted to do and haven't been able to achieve? And then I stopped to realize that I had been sitting in the same spot with my sales in my personal training business and my coaching business for so long. And it wasn't that I didn't want to be in front of people. I just didn't know what I was doing wrong. And I was doing well. I made, anywhere between $17,000 to $18,000 per month.
Yeah.
But I wanted to hit 30,000.
Yeah.
And I would hit a couple extra thousand, then I'd fall back. And then I'd hit a couple extra thousand, then I'd fall back. And working my butt off, right? Yeah. Trying to do it.
Yeah.
I am not afraid of hard work.
Oh, where's your camera?
Sorry.
Stacy, come back.
Lost you for a second.
There you are. The energy is so explosive, Stacy. It's just like, boom, the internet cannot take it. Love it.
Totally. Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Listen, this is perfect. This is so natural. This is the best success story is your first one when it's just like so fresh and so raw. And it's just so perfect. So listen, let's talk a little bit. I think you already started, but let's share a little bit about like your results at the time when you came across this. What actually made you invest in yourself?
Yes. So okay, let's take it back to the beginning of September. So I'd been hitting the same amount every single month. And
how long have you been in business at that time?
I've been in business for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're so young. That's obviously your personal training and exercise and
health and wellness kind of does something good for us.
I love it. Love it. Love it.
But I was making good money, but I wanted to make more. And then I started to realize that to do that, I needed to have something that scared me just a little bit, something that pushed me out of my zone. And when I spend money, it pushes me out of my zone because that was my paradigm back then. Right. So I finally decided to invest. And within the very first month, I made $5,000 more than I'd ever made. Right. So that was awesome. And not working my ass off, just doing it with ease and feeling calm. And this is not a sales story. This is 100% my truth. Right. And then today I actually just hit my CTEC goal of hitting $30,000 per month. So I just hit it today.
Amazing.
And I can't even tell you, I looked at my financial stuff this morning. I'm like, oh my God, I actually just hit my goal. And so two things have happened. One, I've hired some great staff who have really stepped up for me and have really allowed us to sell more because it's just not me selling anymore. They're helping me.
Yeah.
I hired an assistant to help me that gives me more time. And before this program, I was afraid to spend money. And now I spend the money easily, but I get it back tenfold. So that's really what was stopping me at the end of the day was my strategy has always been in place. My business drive has always been in place. I know exactly what I need to do. I push for it. but I needed to change the way I was thinking around things.
Yeah.
And so when I started to really listen to your coaching and realizing that I was holding myself back with, okay, well, if I spend that much though, what if I don't get it back? And I was always worried about not getting the money back. So I'm telling you, in that very first month, I made, so the program, I forget how much it was now, but the program,
I think it's about $10,000, but it's 8,000 euros. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the very first month, I made $5,000. By the second month, I had already paid myself back.
So good.
And now I'm just making more. Yeah. And I can tell you, if there's anyone sitting on the fence, this is far more than just a business mentorship. This has transformed my life, right? This has actually transformed the way I move through life, the way I speak to my girls, my kids, the way I show up for my clients. I can transfer it so easily in my coaching. It has really brought up my ability to deal with situations when something really tough happens. Yeah. I'm learning to respond in a non-emotional manner and just taking a deep breath. And I might hear your voice a few times, like, what would Eva say? Eva would say, well, thank you for your advice, but that doesn't work for me. So I might talk to myself a little bit, but it works so wonderfully. And I'm so excited for anybody that is sitting on the fence right now. I am speaking to you and you only. I promise you, if you step into the ring and choose to step into your own life and take yourself to your next level, this team is amazing, and they're here in your life right now in front of you because you're supposed to do it. It didn't happen by chance. They're in front of you because you're supposed to do it. And so I'm excited for any of you.
Totally. So Stacy, tell me a little bit. So you were kind of well-seasoned entrepreneur when you decided to do this. You were not a newbie. You already kind of, and you were also a strategy girl, hard worker, doing things. What would you say was the biggest shift around mindset that has helped you shift from 18, 19,000 overworked to 30,000? What do you feel like? Can you give us some example? What changed?
I would definitely say the way I respond to my outside world. Yeah. I'm a very emotional person. I'm a life coach and a personal trainer. That makes sense, right? So I love to help people. And sometimes when my clients were going through hard times or struggling, I would hold it with them and carry it. Yeah. And by doing that, I would lower my own vibration and I wouldn't allow myself to keep stepping into bigger and better things. So without a doubt, I've learned to just calm down, take a deep breath, ask if this still serves me and what I want to be doing, or if I'm running around with my head cut off. Yeah. And I found that, and if I really am truthful, every single morning, the biggest thing that I've changed since starting your program is I wake up 45 minutes before my day even starts, or an hour before my kids are even up. So they can't talk to me. I don't want my kids to talk to me until I've had my coffee. And I write my gratitude. I start my day with gratitude. And the power of gratitude has changed my world. And I write, I am so happy and thankful for, and then I say what it is, and then my reason behind it. And I do that every single day without fail. And that has changed the way I walk into my day. That has changed the way I respond to people. I'm not nervous when a client starts giving me a rebuttal as to why she might not be able to buy the program, because I'm okay. I'm there to serve them. And they're gonna do amazing in whatever they choose to do, but I'm gonna show up for them every single time. So that's been my biggest transition for sure.
I want to mention as well, you mentioned something on the call with me earlier about charging. Can you share a little bit about that? That's a big transformation.
Actually, so I forgot about it because I just easily move through that now.
Today is the day, Stacy. And by the way, don't forget to set a new goal. Because now
I've already got one going. Don't worry.
Brilliant. Love it.
So the biggest thing that I had for a very, very long time is that I absolutely love what I do. So asking for money and asking people to pay me for it, I struggled through the entire 20 years. Yeah. And as soon as a client became close to me and I even became, developed friendships, all of a sudden those clients would, start to ask if they still had to pay, or if maybe I could give them a little hint for free, or maybe I could do a nutrition plan for them. And I've learned to not do that anymore. I don't give it for free. I value my time and my energy and my effort. And I feel really good about it because I know I'm giving them something awesome. So, but that took me, I'd say, even I'd battle with it in and out. And I'd tell every couple of months, I'd say, you should charge more, you should charge more. And then I'd have fear about charging more. So then I'd stay where I was. And now I just charge more, and I know what I'm worth, and I know what I'm going to give them. And then their results tell them everything.
Love
right?
It. So good.
But now I don't even think about price. I say it's this much, and I just leave it.
It's like part of you. And that's what I was saying earlier. Sometimes we think we have this belief that if we are coaches or trainers and we do what we love to do, we should be doing it for a low price because it's so good, it feels so good. And the thing is that the first person that your client looks at is, how do you live?
Absolutely.
Like, are you walking your talk? Who am I investing? Are you taking care of? Are you like passing out of exhaustion because you have to do everything yourself? You don't have the money to hire staff. Yeah, it's so good, so good. And people also value, I deeply believe that when you charge well, the more someone invests in themselves, the more they are committed to do the work.
100%. Do you know that I have actually given free training to some of my clients and friends in the past, and it's rarely ever paid out well, in the sense that they quit or they want more. They just keep asking for more rather than being thankful for what they were given. They actually ask for more. And the clients that pay me the most are the ones that are always the most thankful. They're always the most thankful. And I don't mind bending over backwards to help them because they're showing up for themselves, which means I want to give them all the tools in the world to help them succeed. Because I honestly believe in my job in particular, I think everybody should feel amazing in their skin. Everybody should feel really good about who they are, whether they're, working out or a businesswoman or businessman. My aspiration for any of my clients is to help them feel amazing. And this has helped me learn that by showing up in my full self, I give them the best version of me, right?
I love it. So good. Yes, when you're taken care of, right? I mean, just think about what you just said. You hired assistant, you hired this, you hired that, so that you can focus on what you do best, and you're also healthy and taken care of and prosperous, and you can live the lifestyle you want. This is.
And you know what else is really, just so as we're talking about it, a couple of things are coming up, but I have two beautiful girls. I'm a single mama. And I love being a mom. I'm a soccer coach. I have it all. Going on, right? But since starting this program, I have more time for it because I hired someone to help me out at my studio. I now have six staff underneath me, and then I also have a brand new wellness studio that I just opened up since starting this program, and that has been my goal for 15 years.
Wow.
That was my goal even before the $30,000 a month. And by opening up the Strength and the Fitness wellness studio, that's what allowed me to get my 30,000. So now I have a combination of an online coaching business and a studio in Victoria, British Columbia, that allows people to train with me from home, from Ireland, from wherever they want to be.
So good.
All right here. Right? So but I have more time with my girls. I just booked a trip to Mexico. I've done so many amazing things with my kids because I'm not worried about work.
Yeah.
So in that time that I was in that few weeks that I was nervous to sign up for this program, it has 100% given me back everything, and far more than I thought. Like, I thought I was signing up just for like a business program.
Yeah. Strategy.
I was like, I'm ready to do strategy. Give me a goal. I got this. Like,
how to do how to do webinars, how to do 5% strategy, 95%.
I was ready for that because I'm a numbers chick and I like to make money too, right?
I love
it. But then I was like, what do you mean? I have to figure out why I like myself. I have to figure this. So all these questions you gave us, and my success advisors have been amazing. I've had nothing but support from you guys, and I'm really thankful. I'm super thankful.
And I'm telling you, you're going further and further. This is just, how long have we been in the mentorship together?
Oh, 4 months.
4 months. So
Yeah.
you doubled. You
Yeah.
doubled your income, and also you created more work-life balance in 4 months.
Yeah, and I'm not even close to stopping. I'm
No,
climbing.
I'm telling you, I see you as 100K person per month, at least. At least.
I love it. I love it. Sign me up. I'm going to be sending pictures of my massage.
Yeah.
Lots of massage pictures.
And a client just purchased my coaching program. I love it. So good.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Exactly.
So listen, maybe you mentioned this, but was there anything in your mind trying to stop you from making a decision? And how did you talk yourself into doing it anyway?
You know what? I have to tell you, I don't think I've ever been as nervous to spend money in business as I was in this program. First off, I didn't know you. I didn't know you at all. Like, who the heck is he? I have no idea who this chick is. But yet my gut really wanted to sign up. Like, so my intuitive self has always been present for me. And so when my gut starts to fire, I try to listen to it first before my brain starts telling me to stop. But I was very, very anxious and very nervous. And then at the end of the day, what really made me decide was that at the very, very least, I was going to lose $10,000, right?
Yeah.
But I also know myself well enough to know there's no way I'm going to lose $10,000, like deep down in my soul, right? I know that I'm going to hustle to get that.
You're going to do the work. Yeah.
But then one question was asked, I think it was on my mastermind class, where it said, what is your gut telling you, and before your brain and logical self starts to take over, what did your gut want to do?
Yeah.
And my gut wanted to immediately. Right? So I just had to listen to it. I had to believe it. I looked at doing a bank loan. Then I looked at a whole bunch of different ways for me to do it. And to tell you the truth, I'm a 43-year-old woman, but I still called my dad. I still called my dad.
Bad idea, but
well, it was a fantastic idea.
Oh yeah, he was supportive.
Because my dad was always the guy that growing up, to asking for money, I was so scared. It took me 3 days to go and ask him for money. I was terrified to go ask him for money. And I mean, I called him up and I was telling him about your program. And he actually said to me, Stacy, I have not heard you this excited about anything. And I think you should do it.
He's such a cool dad. I love him.
My dad just told me to do this program. And he said, I think you should do it. I really think you should do it. And so I did. And it was seriously like the little push that I needed to make me do it. And he was a big, and like I said, he said to me, Stacy, I've seen you hustle your whole life. You're going to decide to do it. But he was not that guy growing up. Like, some of my money things come from my father.
Of course.
Like, hold on to your money, hold on to your money, hold on to your money.
Yeah, don't spend.
And he taught me, like, in that very moment, he was the one that.
So good. Everything just lined up in the right time. So tell us, Stacy, so we have a bunch of people watching us right now, considering, right? Some of them are even your friends, right? People that you've invited to this masterclass. What would you say to them considering investing in themselves?
Well, that's such a good question. I think I'm trying to be thoughtful on this, but in all honesty, just push the button and do it. Like, just do it. If you're sitting here and you're still watching this video and you've been thinking on it, that means you want it. That means you want it. And we invest in everything else. We'll invest in our kids. We'll invest in our home. We'll invest in our car. And often we'll spend $10,000 easily throughout a couple of months without even knowing where we put that money. We just randomly buy things that don't even matter to us. So this is a direct investment on yourself. This is an investment for yourself, for your family, for your life, so you can make more money and you can do more things and enjoy everything that you have to have around you, So I honestly think at the end of the day, you already know you want it. Hit the button. Don't be nervous. I promise you it's awesome. and you're going to get far more than the $10,000 you're going to pay for it.
Oh yeah.
Or the €8,000 or whichever.
Very quickly. There is the financial return on investment, but there is the emotional, psychological. Oh, good Lord. There's so much. You're going to get return on investment in every area of your life.
And it's so hard to explain the part you just shared until you go through that program. I can tell you the numbers. I can tell you what I've made, because I seriously went from consistently making 15 to 18,000 to anywhere between 27 to 30,000 only 4 months later. And I love it. And it's awesome. I did a lot of dancing.
Yeah.
And that was even through COVID, in a world where it was very different, where people actually couldn't come.
Stacey, where did you go? There you go.
I did it again. I danced and it just blew up.
And
vibration is too high.
I love it. I love it. So good.
But yeah, I honestly can tell you that the part that I can't share, because it's hard to learn, it's hard to really share that spiritual part of the program. Mm-hmm. But the calm and the spiritual ease that I have in my life now, mm-hmm. the way that I've been able to manifest and just create so much abundance in my life, for love, for the connection with people that to help me manifest my dreams and my goals and my aspirations. And that all started once I started this program. So there's a correlation to it. Yeah. And my strategic brain can even see that. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So I can tell you right now that the money is an awesome part of it, but the best part of this program is just that you start to live a life that's so full and it's yours. Mm. And you're not just running around with your head cut off, and you start to have a feeling of calm and ease, and you make choices without stress. Yeah. And you just step into it and you feel much more comfortable in your skin. And that's beautiful. There's nothing I wouldn't pay for that. So
I love it. So good. Thank you so much, Stacy.
I hope that helps you guys.
Oh, listen, I would buy. I mean, I would buy 10 times. Totally. So listen, guys, I mean, I love what Stacy said. If you're here, that means you want it. So maybe not logic wants it, maybe not your paradigm and your circumstances want it, but the real you want it. So what that means is the part of you that knows what you desire from the bottom of your heart is always telling you with your gut feeling, do it, don't do it, do it, don't do it. And I know myself, if I keep jumping at testimonials, if I keep watching, that means something inside of me is desiring to do this program. And if you're here, you literally just jump, just trust it. You know, maybe even if you never trusted it before, I know I didn't. I only learned about intuition when I learned this program, right? Yeah. But we are proof. You heard it time and time again today that this works. You see tangible examples, and you just need to trust yourself. Trust yourself. Don't ask anybody. You may not be that lucky with your daddies and spouses. Yeah. Just go with your gut and you will always make the right decision. So we hope this inspired you. Stacy, thank you so much for being here. And I'm just so thrilled for you. I hope you go and celebrate now, because you really deserve it.
I will. And so nice. Thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure. Thank you, Stacy.
And congratulations to everyone.
Thank you.
Hey, bye.
Bye-bye.